Hola, this is the Good News Roundup, and these are this week's positive developments. A new scientific paper has confirmed how powerful curse words are. Robots helping doctors detect early rheumatoid arthritis. Many mammals across Europe have made a fantastic comeback over the last 50 years. The EU has agreed to ban imports of products that drive deforestation and the free orchestra performance of the complete Beethoven Symphonies this Christmas. New research says that swearing can make you happier, fitter, more resistant to pain, and increase your attention and memory. The effects can include a range of psychological, cognitive, and emotional consequences. In a study, subjects who let rip with swear words were able to keep their hands in a bucket of ice water for longer than non-swearers. Chanting a swear word was also shown to increase muscle performance during physical exercise. Messages with swearing in them are seen as more believable than those without. Now, that doesn't mean you should be swearing all the time, of course. Swear words can come across as a form of aggression. So context is key, but if used wisely, they can play to your advantage. The arrival of robots in the workplace has been a source of anxiety for decades. But now that humanoid robots are actually emerging, the picture is changing, with some seeing robots as promising teammates rather than competitors. In Denmark, for example, a new clinical robot promises to cut long hospital waiting lists by performing automated ultrasound scans of potential rheumatoid arthritis patients. The pace at which the robots perform the scans is impossible to match by humans, and a timely scan may ultimately save lives. Up to 14 million people around the world have rheumatoid arthritis.
The same patient, if it's detected early, can be treated with much less medicine than the same patient being detected much later, where the immune system is much more dysregulated, and there it needs much more expensive treatment, and the risk of joint damage is so much higher.
The automated clinical robot named Arthur uses a robotic arm to methodically scan the 11 joints on each hand, a procedure that often reveals early signs of the disease.
Today's robot, and also the robots in factory floors, are cobots, so they can work together with humans, next to humans, support the humans in completing their jobs.
A coalition of conservation organizations periodically publishes reports on how animal populations across Europe are changing. And Our World in Data, a scientific online publication based at the University of Oxford, has been tracking them and putting them in a bigger picture. By the first half of the 20th century, many of Europe's mammals had been reduced to just a fraction of their historical levels. But now, many mammals across Europe have made a dramatic comeback over the last 50 years. Badger populations have doubled, while otter numbers have tripled on average. Red deers have increased more than threefold. Beavers, European bison, and Iberian lynx have also seen much higher numbers than previously. So how did Europe achieve this success story? Effective protection against hunting, overexploitation, and the destruction of habitats have been key. And they say the work of conservationists lies at the heart of this wild mammal comeback. In total, an area larger than the European Union was lost to global deforestation between 1990 and 2020. And levels of European consumption are partly to blame, causing around 10% of the losses worldwide. The good news is that EU lawmakers and governments have reached an agreement to pass a new law ensuring that more environmentally friendly products are sold in the bloc. Companies will need to show that the goods they import have not led to any deforestation or forest degradation since 2021 anywhere in the world, and that they comply with rules on human rights and the protection of indigenous people in the country of origin. The European Parliament's Committee on the Environment called the agreement a world first, saying this concerns the coffee we drink in the morning, the chocolate we eat, the charcoal we use in our barbecues, and the paper in our books.
Les nouvelles règles créeront un devoir de vigilance, donc due diligence, pour les entreprises qui souhaitent placer sur le marché européen 7 biens ou leurs produits dérivés. Il s'agit de l'huile de palme, du bétail, du soja, du cacao, du bois et du caoutchouc. L'accord fera partie de la contribution européenne à la conférence mondiale sur la biodiversité, la COP15, qui est en train de démarrer à Montréal.
Celebrated conductor Gustavo Dudamel believes that music has the power to heal, unite, and inspire. And with this in mind, he decided to make a gift to the post-pandemic world. Dudamel has publicly released videos of all 9 of Beethoven symphonies performed by the prestigious Simón Bolívar Symphony Orchestra of Venezuela at Barcelona's stunning Palau de la Música Catalana. The Palau de la Música has agreed to release the videos, making them available for the first time this Christmas season.
I believe that music, art, will play a very important role in the recovery of the society after the pandemic, because our souls, physically is difficult, but our souls, our psyches, it's very important that art will play a very important role in this transformation and this recovery of us embracing each other again.
If you like the Good News Roundup, the most meaningful thing you can do is like this video, share it with your friends, and leave us a comment. See you soon, and remember, it can be hard to find among the headlines, but some news can be good news.